Thanks for checking out our video. Feel free to join our free weekly newsletter called Pop Culture Annotated, and also join our Discord server to talk with us and others that share your fandom in pop culture entertainment. Links in the description. With the upcoming Amazon Lord of the Rings series taking place during the Second Age, chances are we'll see the self-proclaimed Lord of the Rings on the screen. And this would be a substantial moment for fans of the books and movies, as previous films have usually taken place after his infamous defeat before the Third Age. And with the potential we may see the Dark Lord at the height of his power, and potentially during the fall of his power as well, I figured it'd be appropriate to get into his backstory. So like beings such as Gandalf, Sauron's a divine spirit, and these spirits were created by basically the god of the Lord of the Rings universe, who for short people just called Eru. And having the purpose of helping shape the world, which helps result in why they're such powerful beings by nature, his original name was Myron, which meant the admirable, and his personality was one that was overly focused on order and coordination, essentially making him a perfectionist in basically all facets. And these traits would later be used to manipulate him, which results in him becoming a servant of evil instead of a being for good. Now, the being Melkor, also known as the first Dark Lord Morgoth, seduced Sauron into joining his side as his second in command. And according to J.R.R. Tolkien, in my story, Sauron represents as near an approach to the holy evil will as is possible. He had gone the way of all tyrants, beginning well, at least on the level of while desiring to order all things according to his own wisdom, he still at first considered the economic well-being of other inhabitants of the earth. But he went further than human tyrants in pride and lust for domination, being in origin an immortal, angelic spirit. Sauron desired to be a god king, and was held to be this by his servants, by a triple treachery. Because of his admiration of strength, he had become a follower of Morgoth and fell with him down the depths of evil, becoming his chief agent in Middle-earth. And when Morgoth was defeated by the Valar, finally he forsook his allegiance, but out of fear only. He did not present himself to the Valar or sue for pardon and remain in Middle-earth. When he found how greatly his knowledge was admired by all of the other rational creatures and how easy it was to influence them, his pride became boundless. So from this moment, Sauron went on to lead Morgoth's forces when at war with the elves, and during this time he became greatly feared, with J.R.R. Tolkien writing, "Sauron was now a sorcerer of dreadful power, master of shadows and of phantoms, foul in wisdom, cruel in strength, misshaping what he touched, twisting what he ruled, lord of werewolves, his dominion was torment." So during the Second Age, Sauron began growing his new army, which primarily included orcs and trolls, and at this time he also began corrupting men while tricking several elves into forging the rings of power. And while he did that, he himself forged the One Ring, which had sway over all the other rings of power. And Sauron then used his new power to begin a campaign of conquering Middle-earth. However, he was opposed by the Last Alliance, and weakened by his already previous defeat in the final battle between him and the elves, Sauron retreated to the east trying to regain his strength. However, the final battle came before he was fully able to regain his strength, and during that battle the One Ring was cut off from his finger, which resulted in his body being destroyed due to the dark magic he used, inserting basically his will, his soul, his power into that One Ring. From there we get on to kind of the events of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. There's a lot more sprinkled here and there because there's a lot of text to go through with this character, and he's basically the main character in a lot of people's eyes of the Lord of the Rings, just because the Lord of the Rings refers to him, and also at the same time all the events kind of revolve around his doings and around his character in one way or more. So comment below your guys' thoughts. What do you guys hope to see in this new Amazon Lord of the Rings series? Would you like to see the fall, or like the rise and fall of Sauron, or would you like to see other characters explored around the whole events that we just talked about? Comment below, and we'll see you guys later.